Hey guys, this is Chaney77, coach of the Brisbane Heatrans, here with the CBA finals, up against Lejon, our division rivals, and his team, the Carolina Hurtiflames. He has Kartana, Sylveon Zapdos, Melodic, Kyurem, Rabombi, Delphox, Golbat, Golurk, Sawsbuck, and Mega Metacham. So starting out from the top, Kartana, a threat that he didn't bring, which I'm happy about. Even though I have the likes of Arcanine and Jirachi to wall it to an extent, you know, if he's able to wear those two mons down, then a Scarf Kartana could potentially clean up late game. Sylveon is a mon that can stop Nasty Plot Thundy. So looking at his team, Nasty Plot Thundy just absolutely decimates his team. At +2, Sylveon is the only thing that can live a +2 hit. Zapdos, looking at Lejon's games, he likes to bring hazard removal, and Zapdos is definitely his best form of hazard removal this game. Also gives him nice pivot with Volt Switch or U-turn, and can wall Jirachi quite efficiently. Next, Melodic, defensive wall to be able to handle the likes of DD Gyarados, DD Zygarde, with things like Haze or Dragon Tail. So understandable brings. Kyurem is an interesting one. Jirachi or Scarf Kyurem, or my Jirachi set would be able to take care of Scarf Kyurem very easily. Earth Power doesn't 2-hit KO, doesn't even come close. And I'd be able to wish up on that thing. Happy to. I thought there were bigger threats that I was more scared of than Kyurem. Rabombi, not too big of a worry in my opinion. Definitely has bigger threats like Delphox. Delphox is a huge threat to my team. Scarf to outspeed things, or Life Orb just to hit things super hard, because looking at my team, he needs at least 3 coverage moves. Psychic Stab, Fire Stab, and then Grass Knot to hit the Mega Gyarados. So he could potentially run Trick, or Trick Scarf, or Trick Specs, Trick whatever, because he doesn't need that last move. He could pack HP Ice for the Zygarde, that is a possibility, so we'll have to scout for that. Golbat is basically, Zapdos can do what Golbat does, but better. Golurk, very happy not to see Golurk, which means he has no way of setting up hazards and no way of stopping Thundy from Volt Switching. Also, Rock Polish set might have been problematic, but I had other ways to deal with Rock Polish Golurk. Its coverage moves are pretty good against my team. Things like Ice Punch, Stone Edge, EQ, Shadow Punch, Heavy Slam. Could put in a lot of work potentially. AV set, I could see, putting in quite a lot of work. Sawsbuck, better things than Sawsbuck. And then the biggest threat on his team, the Mega Metacham, is just absolute monster. After the Intimidate drop, we'll still be able to 2-hit KO the Arcanine, fully defensive Arcanine, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's stupidly strong. But yeah, going through my team, and shout outs to those who gave me mocks: Opposite, Mayo, Joel, Blue, Azza, Leo, Jake, and Andrew. The help is much appreciated. First we got Banded Zygarde, Adamant Band, because after rocks everything is 2-hit KO'd. Mega Gyarados, the anti-lead with Taunt to stop Golurk from setting up rocks and then potentially threatening it out with Crunch or Waterfall. Also had Dragon Dance, Crunch and Iron Head. Scarfed Thundy. I know I said Nasty Plot was probably the best set, but in case, you know, Arcanine went down, because like I said, I have no switch-ins to Mega Medicham, yeah, in case in case Arcanine needed to take a hit and then drop its attack, get off some Rocky Helmet damage, you know, and then Kartana would have been able to get out of hand. I just wanted a certain way to kill Scarf Kartana and then it'd just be over and done with. So I went with Scarf Thundy with Volt Switch, Incinerate, T-Bolt and Flash Cannon. Spadef Jirachi with Stealth Rocks, U-Turn, Iron Head and Wish. Physically defensive Arcanine with enough speed to outspeed Timid Sylveon. We have Toxic, Protect, Morning Sun and Flare Blitz with the Rocky Helmet just to be able to get some chip damage on Medicham and Kartana. And then last we have Clefable with the Unaware ability, Calm Mind, Moonlight, Stored Power and Counter. Counter again for the likes of Medicham and Kartana. Be able to take a hit and punch it in its face. So because he didn't bring the Golurk, I felt Arcanine would be a good lead to get off a nice Intimidate and Rocky Helmet damage on the Mega Medicham, because I thought Fake Out lead was would be pretty nice. Get off that Mega nice and early and get off some chip, get off some damage to Scalp. But as we see, he actually leads with the Delphox. I'm alright with this lead. He did bring sub Calm Mind last time, but I was able to beat his sub Calm Mind Delphox last time with Arcanine, so I didn't think he would stay in if he was sub Calm Mind. So my play was to click Toxic because the Milotic seems like a fairly easy switch in. Even if he was Scarf, I would be able to take less than 50% from it and just be able to Toxic it. As we see, he does 75% with the Psychic. And this is really bad. Now my Arcanine is weakened. One of my Mega Medicham switch-ins, possible switch-ins, is severely hampered. Was hoping for 2 rounds of Rocky Helmet damage, but you know, it's now probably only might get 1. And yeah, this reveals the Delphox actually reveals to be Mono Specs, and yeah, it just chunks my Arcanine, so I can't stay in. I've got to switch out, go into Jirachi, as he makes a good play, goes into Zapdos, predicting my Jirachi, because this Zapdos can easily 1v1 my Jirachi. But I'm Spadef, I'm just going to set up Rocks, scout for the Heat Wave. He doesn't show it there, and I'm trying to scout for it again by going into Zygarde. I knew actually when I set up the Rocks, I knew he would click Defog. Well, I didn't know, but I had a feeling he would either Heat Wave or Defog. Those were his 2 plays. So Zygarde was a fairly safe switch in. It's gonna eat up the Heat Wave and threaten him out if he defogs, as he does show defog, which is good. But now I'm able to get off a free 1,000 arrows, as In comes the Milotic and takes about 50, so after the rocks damage, it should be able to hit KO. So I'm going to go into Clef as he goes into Kartan, as he recovers. And here I really should have scouted for a Toxic for Toxic and gone into Jirachi. But instead, I stay in and let Clefable get Toxic as I click Carmine. My thinking there, although flawed, was hoping that he'd have Scold and then he'd Scold me and then Scold burn me. And I didn't really want to risk that Scold burn on Jirachi because I kind of needed to take on the Sylveon. So I let Clefable get Toxic, which I mean, it's yeah, I don't think it's the greatest play, but I click Carmine just so that I would be able to see if he has Haze. So I'm going to switch out this turn, go into my Thundy, as he indeed reveals Haze. So he is mono attacking after revealing the first 3 moves, and I'm just going to click Volt Switch because it's free, it's just free damage. And here I decide I should have gone into Zygarde. I would have been able to eat a HP Ice and threaten it out to bring in the Kartana, no, sorry, man, nicknaming it, anyway, into the Melodic rather. But instead I go into Arcanine, and I went into Arcanine because I thought I could outspeed it. I've put enough speed to outspeed Timid, Sylveon, and Jirachi I've put in a little bit more, so I just thought, Zapdos probably doesn't have any speed investment. So I click Morning Sun here, but he actually kills my Arcanine, and no doubt this was a terrible play. The play should have been Zygarde or Jirachi if I really wanted to play that game. But yeah, I let my Arcanine go down, one of my Intimidate mons, so that I can't even intimidate Mega Medicham after I Mega Evolve. So that's really, really bad. Got me on the back foot already, 10 turns in. But here, I'm just going to go into Jirachi because I have more Stealth Rocks than he has Defog. So I'm going to set up the rocks. I'm going to eat up the T-Bolt, as it doesn't seem like he has Heat Wave, because Heat Wave definitely should have shown Heat Wave then if he had it. But it's just going to be a little exchange of Stealth Rocks and Defog before he decides, or before he gets impatient and decides to make an aggressive double, or an aggressive switch rather. But basically every time I click Stealth Rocks, he clicks Defog, I click Stealth Rocks, and then when I click Stealth Rock he clicks Defog. So I'm just going to throw up a wish here as he defogs, and next turn I'm once again going to set up the rocks as he makes a nice play, goes into Delphox. I'm not too worried about this. Because I've confirmed that it is Specs, I have a switch into each one of its moves. If he locks himself into a fire move, I can go to Zygarde or Gyarados. If he locks himself into a psychic move, I can go Gyarados. Grass move, I can go Thundy. So not too worried about him attacking me. So I go Zygarde here, predicting the fire move, as he goes for Overheat and crits me. The crit really sucks. Thankfully I am still out of range of dying from a -2 Overheat. So I'm going to stay in, go for the 1000 arrows, because as long as he doesn't crit me, I'm able to live. And as I said, everything dies to 2000 arrows. So 1000 arrows, He decides to stay and sack his Delphox. He doesn't get the crit, thankfully, and I'm able to take out the Delphox. Huge threat to my team. As he goes into Milotic, and I'm just going to go into Thundy, as he actually reveals Surf. So once I see this, I'm thinking, well, Taunt Mega Gyarados kind of sets up on this thing. He can't Skull Burn me, so there's no risk of that. So why don't we Volt Switch and do that? So I'm going to go into Gyarados as he reveals competitive, and I was like, wait, what? Why are you competitive with Surf? But caught me off guard as I get the defense drop and he gets another special attack boost, and I'm like, oh please no, please don't do this to me. I don't want these hacks. I'm actually gonna stay in this turn and crunch again because I'm not gonna. There's not really another time to set up. Milotic being +4, it's not an option to set up. So I'm gonna go for crunch again, even though I knew I wouldn't have killed the Milotic, but it would have put him in range to die to something else. As I'm gonna go into Jirachi because Jirachi is a super safe. Sylveon check, and I'm gonna click U-turn here. It's predicting him to switch out, but he reveals the Protect, get some extra lefties, health, recovery, and I'm gonna click U-turn this time because just in case he want to be a bit cheeky, I don't really have another switch into Hyper Voice. So I'm gonna U-turn as the Milotic just takes that and is probably gonna click Recover. So I'm gonna go into Thundy, threaten it with a Volt Switch, because if he stays in, which he did, I know he's going to click Recover again, and if he switched out, then I just get momentum. But he decides to Surf instead. So I'm thinking, alright, that's pretty good. He's probably going to click Recover this turn. Let's go for a Dragon Dance. And lo and behold, he clicks Recover. So I know he's clicking Haze this turn. So I'm going to whip out the Taunt. And indeed he did Haze, and I stop his Haze. And I need to get to +2 to outspeed his Scarf Kyurem if he is Scarfed. So that's what we do. And we get the defense drop. And why this matters. Because he's at +2, he's going to click Surf, and it's going to do double the damage than it would have. So from this range of health, I'm able to live a Surf and a Mega Medicham Fake Out easily. Well, not easily. If he crit me on one of those turns, then I would have also gone down. But because I got, once again, unneeded hacks, this Surf is going to be doing about 20 something percent or 30% or 26% or something, and Mega Medicham will be able to revenge me. So yeah, the Surf does 26%. I click Crunch here. There's literally no reason to click anything else, as he actually goes into Sylveon, which is interesting, which gave me slight hope that he didn't actually have Fake Out. So he goes for the Protect, okay, and then I go for the Iron Head, take it out. So that's awesome. Mega Gyarados putting in work. As he goes into Mega Medicham, and this is the moment. Do we see Fake Out? No, there is no Fake Out, and I guess that's why I didn't go into Mega Medicham originally, because he didn't have the Fake Out. As yeah, we're able to OHKO this Zapdos and OHKO this Kyurem, and this is pretty fitting of an end. Mega Gyarados sweep. Yeah, Tier 2 Mega, sadly, is moving up to Tier 1 next season, rightfully so. It's put in a lot of work, top 5 in the kills list, in the MVP race. Definitely deserves to be a top tier Mega, as I think, yeah, it's definitely put in a lot of work. It's hit so hard and it is so bulky. An absolute nightmare to prep for, but good game, LeJon. Great finals game. LeJon made a heck of a run. Started out 0-4 and won 8 straight to make the finals. So really good effort from LeJon there. I think that run started pretty soon after he made those trades. The Celesteela for Kartana and Mega Gallade for Mega Medicham. And whatever he did, it really worked for him because he just went on a massive rampage. I haven't seen anyone win so many straight. But we Brisbane Heatrans, champions of Season 3 CBA. Sadly, no Season 4 of the CBA. Well, that's because we're rebranding and we're becoming the Hive. So that should be really fun next season. Look out for that. Draft starts soon. Also in the middle of another draft, the ICBA. So that should definitely be fun. So watch out for that content, guys, coming out soon, and hope to catch you guys then.